If you've ever fallen for someone who feels like home and heartbreak at the same time, congratulations. You've met a water or an earth sign. These are the lovers who will heal you, drown you, feed you, or fix your entire life, depending on how you play it. Welcome back, fire starters, to the realm of deep feeling, sensual touch, emotional security, and slow building chemistry, where we analyze water and earth signs in love through the lens of ethical masculinity. This is where the ethical man provides unwavering competence and intentional relatedness to anchor the deeply loyal and sensual eminently feminine earth signs and water signs. The water signs in love. Water signs embody the emotional, intuitive side of eminent femininity. And your role as the ethical man is to provide a stable bank that contains their emotional river. Cancer is the empath provider, right? Nurturing, loyal, and they crave security with an emotional memory like a steel trap. I mean, they don't forget. The ethically masculine approach demands predictable presence, right? Clear communication and non contingent reassurance without overgiving. Now, the Scorpio is the intense magnet, right? Defined by depth, passion, the tendency to test loyalty. The ethically masculine approach here is to hold your boundaries firmly. Stay grounded in your competence, right? Never flinch at their intensity. I'll love you for it. Now, Pisces, they're the dreamy, romantic, idealistic, soft hearted, sensitive. And your role is to bring structure, make decisions confidently, protect their emotional space using gentle autonomy. Practical water sign anchoring, Cancer, provide non contingent reassurance, right? Don't wait for her to ask, just state, I love being with you. We are solid. This reinforces relatedness proactively. Scorpios, when they probe or test your history, you answer honestly and concisely. Then you redirect them to the mission, right? Your mission or a date activity. That was my past. My focus is on our future. Do not over explain to them. Do not justify. This shows competence. This shows strength of character, and they love that. It'll drive them nuts, but they love it. Pisces, look, when she gets lost in a fantasy or a big feeling, gently bring her back to reality with a grounding statement, right? That sounds intense. What is one tangible action we can take today to move past it, right? That really shows that grounding. And they need that. They need that real sort of like they need a man who is grounded. I'll leave it right at that. Ethically masculine, to be honest. Now, the earth signs in love, I mean, they're so cute. Earth signs represent grounded, the structural side of eminent femininity, right? Valuing stability, structure, material loyalty, right? They demand a reliably competent person and partner. I mean, they're not usually dating people who are incompetent or who don't show that competence. Taurus is the loyal sensualist, right? They're really slow to open, but when they get deeply committed, I mean, they are locked in. They've got the cozy sort of homebody vibes. Now, the ethically masculine approach to them requires patience, consistent physical affection because they like it. They like to be touched. Unflinching reliability. That is their love language, right? Be their rock. The Virgo, this is the supportive perfectionist, right? They're a little annoying sometimes, right? Because they notice everything, but they're really service oriented and analytical. So, like, nothing's going to be left unnoticed. Like, it might be annoying at times, but there's also times where it's great. Now, your approach is to match their competence, right? With your own clean life structure. It doesn't need to be performative, but you should perform small, thoughtful, acts of service. Communicate with crystal clarity. Right? You're not changing yourself to fit, some sort of like box. You're changing yourself a little to meet them halfway. Now, the Capricorn is the stoic builder, right? They're driven, they're ambitious, they want the long game mindset. Now, the ethically masculine approach to them has to demonstrate goals, not just ego. Refuse to rush the connection with them. It will push them away. I know this. I know this personally, right? And consistently, you want to match that deep structure. So, what are some practical earth sign structuring? The Taurus, they want physical affection, right? It's their love language. So really try to prioritize sort of sustained, non-sexual touch, right? Holding her hand while driving, right? A 15-minute cuddle session before bed. This builds that secure relatedness that they love all the way through their body. The Virgo, perform a thoughtful act of service, right? It demonstrates your competence. You don't just say you'll take out the trash, right? Fix the loose drawer handle. Actually fix it, right? Optimize a shared calendar or something like this. I mean, that's hot to them. It's weird to me, but it's hot to them. I could never date a Virgo. I'm freaking nuts. The Capricorn, you want to match their structure, right? If they plan a date weeks in advance, you don't drop a last minute invite. Look, you send a decisive calendar invite with a clear objective. Their security is tied to organizational structure. I mean, they need this stuff. Water and earth compatibility. Look, these two groups form the most attachment friendly pairing in the zodiac, succeeding because they share emotional depth, they share loyalty and long term potential. They love the long game, all of them, especially the Capricorn, but all of them. This synergy works, right? Because water provides essential emotional nourishment, right? While earth provides that safety and consistency. And this really creates a powerful loop of security, really, right? The relationship is inherently strong in competence, stability, and relatedness, nourishment, allowing the ethical man to focus on holding the emotional frame and leading the shared vision. Practical compatibility leadership, right? You lead with the shared vision. You frame the relationship not just as love, but as an alliance or a co-CEO dynamic. You are a power couple fixed on external goals, right? This respects the earth sign's ambition and the water sign's need for fusion and loyalty. You want to leverage the relatedness for conflict repair. Both of these signs value loyalty. I mean, when arguments happen, remind them, I'm not leaving. Let's solve this, right? This immediately diffuses the abandonment fear. Use the earth sign structure to contain the water sign's emotion. If a water sign is flooding, right? Say, I love you. We are going to put this big feeling on the calendar for 7 p.m. tomorrow night. Let's return to competence now. All right. This completes our deep dive into the powerful chemistry of the water and the earth signs. This pairing demands a grounded man who understands that the true strength is in stability. Now, next episode, we're going to go into the more chaotic crew, right? We're talking about the air and the fire signs, the flirty ones, the intellectual ones, the unpredictable ones, and how to date them without losing your freaking mind. Subscribe today. Fire starters, let's spark it, baby. Episode 3 coming right up.